Hello guys, we found the whole route for each ending. There's supposed to be 4 endings, and the Tarkov Wiki Discord guys mainly worked on it. You guys can see they work hard on every info. There's one dude who worked on it hard with the speculation thread, especially he made a whole flowchart. He's also in my Discord, so I asked him if I can post things about it, and he said yes, and we double checked it, and then we made a full chart. It's still on WIP because it seems like BSG is tweaking things a little bit easier, such as Cultist 3 kills became Cultist 2 kills, and Kappa container hand-in became some other containers lower than that. Anyways, it's still on WIP, but basically it's gonna be the same but lower difficulty, I think. And we have one ending which isn't covered yet because we never seen any confirmation of anybody getting it. It's all these 4. And this third one, surprisingly, which isn't the true ending, this is the true ending, seems like the exact route. But we still have the highest route chance, so I'm gonna cover it because you guys have been requesting a lot. Let's go. So you recover a armed case from Wood's crashed plane from this quest, the Falling Skies. When you recover it, you have 2 choices: to keep the case for yourself or handing it to Proper. Greedy Proper. It will look like this. The important choices usually tells you that you will have no point of return. If you keep your case, you can open the case with finding a signal jammer on labs, experimental signal jammer that you can find like this, and then after that you will have to crack it open by help of mechanic in the workbench with the signal jammer, and then the armored case will be open in 55 hours. And you will get 2 options from Intel Center level 1 as far as I remember. With Intel Center level 1, Carmen, Mr. Carmen, who is a cat-headed hacker, as far as we can see, he would want to work with you, and then you can refuse to work with him or you can work with him. You might want to be careful though. It will give you an option to press yes or no. If you don't work with Mr. Carmen, you will have to just use the card that you found inside the locked case on the shoreline port entrance and swipe the key card. But the key card won't work because it's just too easy if you do that, and you can ask Proper for help. Proper will want 500 million rubles because you didn't give him the case. He's a bit angry about it. There's another option that you can give the case to him, then he will be generous and he will ask for only 300 million. That's what I went for. That was my route. But anyways, let's move on. After that, he will ask you for some favors. You need to find 4 Tarkov report folders on labs, and then craft intel from the Intel Center, a flash drive with the data from labs, and then you have to give it to the Proper. And Proper will ask to kill 50 flipping targets on Streets of Tarkov, and then also kill 4 PMCs in a single raid and survive. You can also get an achievement if you do it in certain time. Proper hands you a note for the soldiers at the terminal, which is basically a note thing. If you have that, now you can go to terminal. A 500 million worth of a ticket. Easy way achievement you will get because it's the easiest and fastest way to get out of terminal, get out of escape from Tarkov. So you go to the shoreline between 22 to 4 AM, which is kind of similar to Cultist, but a smaller window. If you have the letter from Proper, they will let you guys in. You don't have to swipe the key card. You don't have to. And then approach the terminal and then start your attempt to escape. But when the attempt fails, you need to buy a new note for 5 million rubles at Proper. 2 per reset, and every reset is 4 hours. If you survive, you will get the survivor ending, which is what I got, but with Proper getting my case. This was the route where you keep the case for yourself, but also you can get the same route if you hand over the case for some reason. There's a reason behind it. That's why this flowchart became super big. It's because of this fallen ending. If you hand in the case to Proper, you will never get the fallen ending. Yeah, that's why the chart has become really big. Anyway, so my route was this way, all the way down here. I won't repeat that part. But anyways, let's move on to the next ending. After the case is open from 55-hour crafting, you will have to work or not work with Mr. Carmen. But if you choose to work with him, you have to press no on refuse to work with Carmen. Do not mistake on that because I did a mistake on it. It was asking for refuse to work with Carmen, and then I said yes because I thought yes was working with him. Anyways, search for master key card and RFID device on labs. That's what the quest says. But unfortunately, you can only find the master key card on labs, and the device, RFID device, you cannot actually find it. So you talk to mechanic, I cannot find the damn thing, and then mechanic will be like, give me 40 bitcoins, I'll make a deal. And then if you give him the 40 bitcoins, he will sell you the electronics key, which is basically this key right here. And then you will find the RFID device inside the electronics apartment. And then activate the RFID key card from the armored case with those devices and a bunch of things you collected. It will take 50 hours in the Intel Center to craft it. Head to the Shoreline port entrance and try out that swiping the key card that you spend 50 hours to craft. And then there's another route, 2 different routes that you can choose to keep on helping Carmen to gather evidence on Terra Group, or do not help Carmen and find evidence. So finding the evidence to help Mr. Carmen is the true ending. According to Nikita, he said it's the best ending. Complete every other story chapter and hand in the device you collected from every other storyline. I did this and then I failed that. Anyways, Carmen's trusted contract reaches out, who is Fence, and Fence will ask for 4.0 Fence reputation, which I will recommend you guys to do card extract anytime you want, anytime you can, and then co-op extract with AI, and maybe transition with a scav. If you keep on doing transition every raid, it will give you every transition a 0.01 scav reputation. I have a full video on it, might put it on the last part of the video. It's from last wipe, but it still works fine except the interchange co-op extract with AIs. Anyways, from there, there's 2 variations for PvE and PvP. If you're on PvE, you will have to kill 5 PMCs in a raid without killing any scavs on Shoreline and Interchange. And on PvP, you will have to use co-op extract with a scav on Woods and Reserve, which still is viable to play with AI. And then raise reputation with BTR driver to 0.4 reputation, which is basically completing almost all the BTR driver quests. It says complete the price of independence. It's a lot. And build the solar power in Hideout, which is like 50 hours as far as I remember, and final craft for the key card. And then now you can actually go to the terminal at the same time window, and then you go there and swipe the card and you can get into terminal. And then you attempt. If you fail, you will have to do a 11-hour another keycard crafting. I didn't mention it from here, but if you go in there and then fail in terminal, it will become all a dream, and then you will get everything back to the status before you transit it to terminal, and you will be fine. So don't worry about losing any kits when you transit it to terminal. When you're in the terminal, you use everything you can. That was the Saviour ending that Nikita confirmed that it's the best ending. There's another ending here. There's a 2 route from that another option. If you do not work with Carmen, while you did work with Carmen a little bit, but not all of it, there's an achievement that you get enough of your games. Carmen, I don't like you anymore. And then you get to talk to Proper if Lightkeeper is not unlocked so far. This is another reason why we have this chart to be so big, because if you hand in the case to Proper, you're forced to go to Lightkeeper, then you will never get to see this ending, the one which is Fallen ending, which is kind of interesting actually. It's more difficult and more restricted than the true ending. Anyways, if you talk to the Proper while Lightkeeper is not active, then he will tell you to hand in flipping 40 repair kits with 100 durability. It doesn't have to be found in raid, it seems, and then hand over either Kappa, Theta, or Epsilon secure container. I think this has been nerfed from Kappa. It was Kappa before, as you guys can see from here. He asked for Kappa, crazy psychopath. But anyways, it's been nerfed to Theta or Epsilon container, as far as I know. And if you hand over 50 military components, which is Vertex, COFDM, BPX, ETC, none found in raid, or you can use the key RBPKPTS. It spawns a lot. I have a full video about it, a short video actually. I found like 3 COFDM and 2 Vertex and 1 BPX in one room, which is kind of expensive right now. It's really helpful for the Lightkeeper quest and then the whole finding these military components. Anyways, that key also is going to be used for finding a bio weapon case that Proper wants, RBPKPTS. That's the new room which was locked forever in reserve at the bunker where you go to the D2. Will it blow? They'll get you get the achievement if you went this far, and then you will have to hand over flipping $1 million. So as you guys can see, there's a pattern. You have to pay 500 million rubles, or you have to pay 40 bitcoins, or you have to pay $1 million US. Still, 40 bitcoin is the cheapest, so the true ending does seem like it's the cheapest, but a lot of work to do. It's kind of balanced in a way. Anyways, it's very likely this is the ending for the Fallen ending, but this path is still being worked on, so it's not 100% confirmed yet. Could not be 100% accurate, and it seems like PSG is kind of like tweaking things around, so we'll have to see about that. Anyways, the last ending, which is the Debtor ending, which might be the coolest ending that BSG confirmed. Sadly, we don't have a video clip of like the ending cutscene or anything. But if you do not help Carmen from this stage, you'll get a U-turn achievement and talk to Lightkeeper, and the Lightkeeper will basically give you the path. Find topographic, 5 in total, and 5 different maps, 1 per map. 6 hours craft at Intel Center, kind of similar to crafting labs data USB for proper. And then bring a special flash drive with material to Lightkeeper, and then kill 30 PMCs on Woods, hand over 100 PMC dog tags, and then find cultist amulet in each march room. You will need the stupid march room 314 key 2, which is like going crazy price because of multiple tasks overlapping on that one. I'm pretty sure it's like 20 million per use in PvE. On PvP it should be a little bit cheaper. Place all amulets on shared bedroom, which is on Lightkeeper Island Peninsula. Lightkeeper hands you a key card for a terminal, which is cultist special because Lightkeeper is connected to cultist, and then you will get to use that key card on the same time window, and you will swipe that. And if you fail again on terminal, you get to barter Lightkeeper 1 blue folder for another new fresh key card, which is kind of interesting. That's the cheapest and quickest without time gate related one. We're gonna have to see this one how much it's gonna be, but it was 5 million rubles or 11-hour craft time, but it's 1 blue folder, which isn't that difficult to get. There's a cultist circle recipe that you can do only once. If you put in 1 Lytics, you will get 1 blue folder, and then after that you can't do that anymore. But anyways, pretty interesting. If you give the case to proper at the start, then you will have only these 3 endings. As I mentioned earlier, these are all repetitive. I don't think I have to cover those 2. Its only difference is that the Fallen ending is missing because it requires you to not hand in the case to proper. So yeah, there you go guys, that's all I can cover. Things might change. If things change a little, especially on Fallen ending, I will try to comment on the video as much as possible. Thank you guys for watching. If you guys like these kind of contents, please leave a like. And also, what do you guys think about the whole thing, the whole event, whole ending? What do you think about the 1.0 Tarkov with ending? Oh yeah, I do want to mention there's going to be more and more endings as far as I can see. Especially you can see Nikita has been teasing about the icebreaker with chopper extraction, which is really interesting thing to check. And it's a big ass map with a vertical layout. You have like 10 story. Since it's gonna be another escaping point, it's gonna be challenging too. Very interesting. I guess you're gonna have to go like a maze like type place to actually enter and go to the chopper, and you can escape from Tarkov. That one is going to be another ending, I'm pretty sure, escape route. Maybe there's going to be more endings for it. I'm kind of hoping for SCAV Life DLC to have SCAV Life ending individually. Those are kind of things I could mention real quick because I'm really interested in it. And as I said, I got the survival ending. Anyways, do tell me in the comments what you guys think about it. I loved it, the ending. I have a full raid of the terminal raid I just posted. You guys can check it out if you guys want to. It's pretty tough, especially with my skills. It was pretty tough, but it was really fun. It was really satisfying whenever I done it. I did like 17 attempts and finally got it. It was really nice. Anyways, thank you guys for watching again. If you want to check me out on live stream, check out Twitch and YouTube and Kickstream. Especially Twitch is still doing the gifted sub rewards. If you guys want to check out, it will give you like Louis Vuitton the secure container if you guys want to. And I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye guys. Bye bye. You guys said bye YouTube too quick. Bye bye. Say bye YouTube if you want to. Bye.